This week, we'll find out if there's a dinosaur even scarier than the other dinosaurs on Cadillacs and Dinosaurs on an all-new episode of The Superhero Show. Hello, nerds, and welcome to the Superhero Show, the only podcast that dives deep into the insanity of 90s superhero cartoons. This season, we're going through Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, everybody's favorite. I'm your host for the evening, Mike, and with me is Ryan. Ryan?
Yes, Mike, what?
How the hell are you?
I'm doing great, buddy. Where did you do your research on Cadillacs and Dinosaurs being everybody's favorite? And by that, do you mean that it's everybody's favorite comic book-based cartoon?
Yeah.
Or season of our show?
Season of our show, and I went down to the local Nickel, and it's everybody's favorite video game.
Oh, God, it's a classic. How many nickels is that one?
Oh, they give you nickels to play. It's so sad.
That's awful.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I thought you had more to say there.
Oh, about the video game? No, I thought we were going to do an entire show about that. All video game commentary I will be saving for a very special episode.
Okay.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs present Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, the video game.
I can't wait. I think that's most people are listening every week to see, like, is this the week? And we haven't decided, and I'm going to say we're not doing it on air if it comes randomly in the middle or at the very end of the season.
But it will probably be in the title.
Yes.
Of the episode. So for you to keep listening, wondering if it's
keep
this
listening
one, it's
for
not.
Sure. But it's not this one. You'll know, but keep listening.
I guess. Honestly, I don't care. But keep listening for the coupon codes that we give out during the ads. Those are very helpful coupon codes. But as far as the content of the show, yes. Yes, if you save those 1%, they add up over time. You'd be a fool to not use the coupon codes.
And you don't want to be a fool. Join the 1%. Ryan, today we're talking about episode 8.
Okay.
It only comes out at night. And the thing about it only comes out at night, I'm going to do just an over-the-top summary, and then we're going to get into that nitty-gritty. I didn't expect this kind of episode. It's the kind of episode that asks, we believe in all dinosaurs, but sometimes there's certain dinosaurs we're going to tell somebody they're a fucking nutcase if they believe in.
I mean, staple of the comic book world. You live this life, Captain America, and yet something comes up and you're skeptical about anything. What are you talking about?
The Flash, by the end, had a season of that. I'm a speedster, but I'm not going to believe in this thing. Come on, Barry.
God, Barry.
You're a scientist.
I mean, is that it, though? He just needs to see the science in front of him.
He
needs to do that, beautiful minds,
right.
Figures and numbers.
And even if it's not related to the Speed Force, I don't believe it exists. We open, and Ryan Kurgo is missing because of a thing.
Kurgo, bye-bye.
Kurgo, bye-bye. And Scharnhorst doesn't believe Tenrec. She's like, you're hiding him to stop every week she has a new, very flawed, very capitalistic, very harmful to everybody, doing things in the worst way. And she says, even though they've never done this group, that they are hiding Kurgo. And we'll be like, he's not missing once they stop this engineering project with made-up monster stories.
And even if Kurgo did disappear or get murdered by this monster, Mike, it's the 4th of July. Can you imagine what it would do to the economy if we shut down Amity Island just because one old man got hit by a whipposaur?
It would be ridiculous. And then I'm the asshole wearing this suit for nothing?
Oh, the man in the $300 suit is going to shut down Amity Island.
How much do you think that anchor suit costs?
Oh, God. I mean, in 75 money or today?
Today.
I mean, if you wanted to buy the actual suit that the man wore, $300.
It's not a prop people want. So Jack is like, you know what? Fine. Eat a shit, Scharnhorst. Me and Hannah are going to track. I guess having a Wassoon to help track this thing might not be a total waste of time. That's the kind of compliment Jack gives Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah's like, I could probably do some good, which, as this podcast has established, Mike thinks, no, she can't. But she talks him into it, and you can tell that Jack might be into her shit, because he says something along the lines of, fine, dumb bitch.
Yeah. And hey, in the 90s, that's how you let a gal know you were interested in her. Taking her out on the town, maybe eventually having her wear your pin.
Taking her to Bennigan's.
To get malts?
Taking her to Taco Bell in those pastel colors. That's where 90s dates happen.
Those were the days. We also learned some moles are missing. And anybody who speaks out and points out there's moles missing gets reassigned far away from this project. So totally above board, totally cool. Things are happening.
Now, as someone who's seen every episode of the show, I'll still ask you this. Is this a through line that moles are missing?
Not that they're missing, but that Scharnhorst and really everybody does treat them worse.
Okay.
But I think this is the first time they're missing.
Well, I can't say I'm missing them.
Yeah, they're freaky.
Now I sound like a Scharnhorst.
Yeah, you're being a real Scharnhorst. But again, you just sound like a normal citizen of the city by the sea, because these people do all the work you don't want to do. You decide you should shit on them.
As is brought up constantly on the show, 70 million people voted for Scharnhorst to be this person. So how bad could she be?
We find out they're using acid to make the tunnels. Which is how they're working so fast. But it is, who knew, using barrels of acid to make tunnels would be a little reckless. When they knock over one, it does melt through the ground. And then this thing that nobody believes in, a dino pops up and knocks the two of them underwater, and Hannah gets trapped by kelp.
By the way, Mike, is using acid to get rid of the moles something you can bring up to your doctor so he can work on your back and make it look less like a reverse nighttime sky?
I thought you were going to just talk about the big one on my face and was ready to throw fisticuffs, but nope.
I feel like I've been banned from that one, so it's all about the back moles now. As Diddy saying, it's all about the back moles.
Sure, I'll bring that up next time. They go back to Scharnhorst and say, this time we've seen a thing. And look, we have a footprint of a whiptail. And she says, whiptails are mythical. And Hannah does as well. And then Jack says, did a myth grab Kurgo?
Did a myth barely break this flashlight? That's his evidence. Is like, look, there was an attack because my flashlight is slightly like the amount of breaking that would happen if it fell off a shelf happened to this flashlight.
He's a barely broken flashlight and a mud footprint that does look like something an 8-year-old could fake. But again, you don't trust Scharnhorst because what she does is smash the evidence harder.
Yeah.
So nobody, she probably knows it's real.
Did I ever tell you that story of a friend's dad's friend?
Okay. You've told me this one, but keep going.
When he was young, we got pulled over for drunk driving.
Uh-huh.
So what he did was he jumped out of the car once they were pulled over, ran to the trunk, and started pounding alcohol. So all he could get arrested for is public intoxication. There's no way to prove that he was actually drunk while driving.
Genius,
but you do that today, you are going to get shot so many more times than you would need to put you down.
Have you seen the videos where they're like 10 best ways to show the cops your ID when you get pulled over, and it's always like reaching in like where a gun would be and doing it really fast? It's good, the internet. So now Jack is like I said, just give us a night. Stop your acid mining for a night and let us look for these people, because your people are missing as well now.
Do you think what Jack and his ilk are relying on is how hard it is to turn the boat of government, even in Cadillacs and Dinosaur days, where Scharnhorst seems like the fascistic leader of this planet, but all the bureaucracy means that it's going to take more than 24 hours to cut through the red tape and get somebody to go back to the acid thing. So that gives him the time to make an episode, basically.
I guess, but her whole thing is cutting through that red tape or burning through it with tubs of acid. And the other governors are like, I don't know. I mean, we're all governors, but what are we going to do?
Yeah. The power of this Congress is not strong when Scharnhorst is here.
Who are the other governors? Schumer and Jeffries?
Okay. Deep breaths. Okay. Do your pod saves Lamaze so we can get through this.
So now they're walking, and somewhere, as Jack describes, it's blacker than the Calhoun mines down here. Sure, Jack.
Yep.
And Hannah finds a circuit breaker and says, maybe this will shed some light on the problem. So now they're bantering. It's the 90s. This is flirting.
Yeah. I mean, this is all you need is just a couple of puns, and then you want to 69, essentially.
Yeah. Kids, don't pun, because it leads right to 69ing.
It's better than leading to 670, if you ask me.
I'm doing the hand motion. You can't see it, listeners, but I'm doing it. I'm hip.
The hand motion of 69ing. That is, how do you make your fingers do that?
I'm ambidextrous.
Yep.
Jack starts to fall. He just walks too close to a cliff, and Hannah saves him. She says, looks like we're all even in the life-saving department. And he doesn't quit back. Shocking. Then Ryan, oh my goodness, they see a scary shadow, and it's probably a whip tail that doesn't exist. It's just the tail of a squirrel. It's the shadow of a tail of a squirrel that they call a paramus.
God, can we keep one animal's name the same? Squirrel is fine. It's been working for us for years.
And the slithers, sure. The ones they call slither. Max, they're big like a Mac.
Whip tail that paramus? Whip cracks his whooping tail? That makes sense.
But paramus? Is that the scientific word for gooch?
Yes, and that's why I call gooches squirrels.
Hey, girl, show me your squirrel. It starts
rhyme, so yes, I have to. That's my female impression. Well, all right then.
Well, Pilgrim. It starts to stink. And we've now put it together because earlier in the episode, Jack was like, it smells like sewage, something down here. The whiptail is always preceded by stink. And it whips Tenrec's guns out of his hands, but then they're like, I just saw this movie, so I'm going to try it. It can't see us if we don't move. Why did they decide that? Why did they learn that?
What do they call Jurassic Park?
Probably Jurassic Mark.
Jurassic Mark. God, it's why I go to you with these incredible improv questions. Because you can just start a bit and end it in one false swoop.
Isn't that sign of skill? But where they're stuck, where they're standing so it can't see them, it is a bit of a melty floor situation.
Yeah. I mean, not classic quicksand, but dangerous to say the least.
Then a caddy rolls up, and it's our pal Mustafa, and he saves them, and they hop in to track down the thing. And he is flooring it backwards as fast as he can go to catch up with the thing. And then Hannah is like, slow down before you hit that wall. And he just goes, backseat drivers. But she was right.
I don't remember almost any plot point of any episode that I have just recently watched. And you can't forget a single line of shitty dialogue.
Should I do less of this? That's, to me, it's all pinned together by the shitty dialogue. It's like baffling and almost impressive how generic and awful they can be.
There's one thing that I want to bring up before we move on, is that they think that, or they know now that there's a whooping tail around because they see a slightly damaged walkie-talkie.
Right.
So apparently this dinosaur's thing is to just kind of slightly break very easy to break things.
This dinosaur is that friend who was a little too into Jackass in the early 2000s and loves slapping shit out of people's hands.
Yes. Not food, which is always funny and never
That
rude.
is funny.
Let's make that clear. But
electronics.
My flashlight and my good walkie-talkie, please do not.
There's Mustafa, he stops the car, gets out and tosses Jack the keys, and it looks like he's just going to leave them. He's like, you take it from here. Walks 5 feet to the back to get a net gun, this big ass gun that shoots nets from the.
We
trunk.
got that from your description. Yeah. If you ever get pulled over and the cops think that you are high on net gun juice, run to the back and in your trunk have a net gun, and then just suck those fumes.
Suck
Chug that
net.
gun.
They also then grab an acid barrel to lure, because they're like, oh, the whiptail must love the acid barrel. They jump to conclusions and they are always right. They don't need no map.
So instead of the dinosaur just finding a place to have her babies. Sorry, we'll get there soon. And it just happened to be around acid. Their conclusion is that the dinosaurs love the acid.
It stinks, so it loves the stink of acid, I guess.
I guess.
Stink like stink. So they are driving around. Mustafa's standing up in the backseat holding the barrel of acid. There has to be a better way to do this. And so as they turn a corner, the whiptail uses its name and grabs Mustafa with its tail and runs away with him.
Takes its name tag off and throws it right at Mustafa. Hey, I know that this is a bantery show, Mustafa, but shut the fuck up. If you say shit like that, you're going to get a whooping tailed. It's a guarantee.
That's a whooping tail.
Have we seen the reveal yet? Have we seen the dinosaur in full? Or no, that's once it grabs Mustafa, then they start chasing it.
Yeah.
And then we see the big reveal. You ready for this? It looks like every fucking dinosaur that's ever existed.
But
Whoa.
its tail is a little more feathery. Like it's a little longer, a little eel-like. Why would that one not exist? Because Jack says it's amphibious?
I guess, or we need plot. But Cassie's not here, so I do have to ask the question, Mike. Is this a mythical creature, or is this based on a real dinosaur?
I think they gave the Loch Ness Monster feet, Ryan.
God, what the amount of damage that Loch Ness Monster could do if it didn't have all its fucking toes tied together, just flipping around?
Yeah, they're like, what if a plesiosaur had toes?
Okay.
Draw it.
And 24 times per second.
Okay, but can its face look exactly like the faces of most of the dinosaurs we've had on the show already?
Absolutely, boss.
Let's really confuse our viewers. Now they're chasing just Mufasa in a tail, and it's a fucking crazy chase. Jack jumps the caddy over just like there's a pile of wood, and he uses it to jump a giant gap. I was confused because I thought they were in the tunnels, and I guess at some point they stopped being in the tunnels. They're using roofs as roads. There's like a city, but it's deserted, except for a random couple walking hand in hand.
I love the young lovers because two people are on what seems like their first date. They could be high school kids. Like all they can afford to do is walk
the abandoned roads.
But is this the first example of like normal citizens we've seen?
Yeah, you're either a governor, a mechanic, a diplomat, or a mole person.
They didn't even have a logo on their T-shirts for us to know what team they were on.
They're just fucking kids getting to first base, which is holding hands.
They were both wearing red hats that said "Make Cadillacs Dinosaurs Again." So I don't know what that says about their politics or religion.
They might be Team Scharnhorst.
But much like Mustafa and not Mufasa, as you said earlier, this is a man and not a lion. Much like Mustafa, they are walking hand in hand in love. And if you do that in a world like this, bad stuff is going to happen to you.
The bad thing that happens to them, they are shocked when a Cadillac flies over their heads as if an ET was in it.
Oh, okay. Like you would handle that fine? You just wouldn't be shocked at all?
That car's right, baby. Let's fool around. In the chase, he then also very slowly takes the caddy on a rope bridge that starts to break. It's normal Indiana Jones type shit, but now they're in a car instead of on their feet.
You see, the thing about Indiana Jones is that he would travel to these ancient places and be forced to use ancient technology. I feel like these people watched an Indiana Jones movie, said, let's do it all like that, and then built the bridge like that on purpose. Right. Which, even if it was a fine walking bridge, no one designed that thing for a Cadillac.
No. The car starts to tilt, and Hannah starts to fall out, so he grabs her, and she says, Jack, this is so sudden. He says, don't get your hopes up. I just want you for your weight. That's how you charm a gal.
And then, of course, said, wait, because you're a big fat person.
Wait.
But honestly, if we're doing some Jack analyzation, is this like, is she into him? Like, is she clearly saying this, or is this just a funny joke like a sister would say to a brother?
I think she's getting into him. I cannot tell where he is.
I mean, he's fighting it so hard.
He might truly hate her.
I think that's possible. Or he's gay for dinosaurs.
Now they have they're back in tunnels. They're no longer in the abandoned city, and there's two paths. And they say, I'm definitely sure it went to the right one, and the camera zooms in on the left one. Thanks, guys. And but then there's a baby cry, and they're like, "What's that?" And they find a baby whiptail that they're like, "It must have hatched and wandered away." They know fucking everything.
Mm-hmm. This dinosaur that we did not totally believe existed not but 15 minutes ago. I guess this is what all dino babies do. And dinosaurs will usually give mammal-like birth to one baby, and they found the baby, and it's fine. Everything's fine, right, Mike?
No, Ryan. They stumble upon its nest. There's a clutch of eggs. There's one that survived. It loves the... This is so sad. It loves the acid smell, but the eggs aren't developing because the acid drums because of pollution. So this is the one baby out of the clutch that survived.
Now, it's not funny.
This is a show for children.
One, I know this is all fake because dinosaurs don't have nests and lay eggs. That's what birds do. So to think that dinosaurs would also do that instead of do anything like their exact opposite, birds, seems ridiculous to me. Number one. Number two, having watched not just this show, but countless thousands of hours of children entertainment, I thought, well, clearly they will find a reverse acid toxin medicine to save all of the babies.
Or we could bring it to an incubator in the mechanics place. So what they do is they net the whiptail. It was bearing something, which turns out to be all the missing people who are alive because it wanted to feed them. It
made a prison for people that they can't get out, but they will not be harmed. Which, damn.
It's a smart dino. It knows to fuck with electronics. It knows just enough oxygen to keep these people alive, but keep them weak.
It also went in and took all of their electronics and just slightly broke them a teeny tiny bit.
That's going to be annoying to fix. Security guards run up, and while the mama whiptail is distracted, Hannah says, "Jack, you know this is what we have to do," and smashes the fuck out of the rest of the eggs because that's the only thing that'll make the dinosaur leave. And then he shows...
In front of the dinosaur's trapped, watching Hannah. Hannah makes eye contact with the mother and treats it like that birthday party pinata that finally
Why
fell
don't you
from the
leave
ground.
now, bitch? But Jack does show her the one baby, and she comes over and licks it, which is pretty mammalian.
Do you know what also might stink, guys? The rotting baby carcasses in shells that are, by the way, gigantic. There's no way that these eggs could have came out of that dino's gooch or butt or however people lay eggs.
Oh, what did we call? What was the word?
Squirrel.
Paramus. Yeah, squirrel. Then they distract. Everybody's distracting everybody. Jack distracts the guards, and Hannah frees the whiptail and lets it go. And it does not attack any of the humans, not even the wretched, soulless chick who fucking smashed all of its eggs.
Yeah, not even the one who keeps screaming, "Egg-bortion, egg-bortion," as she kills her babies.
Bortion. Jack says, "Take my advice and keep out of the city." And then Hannah, we get an ending. She runs to the dock and says, "Hey, I got the other governors to be like, we should keep a closer eye on everything Scharnhorst does." Credits.
And that was the governors, right? Like, they're going to step up a little bit?
Yeah, they're like, I guess we won't be fucking weep, spineless bastards.
My prediction is that won't be the case.
No, yeah, I bet nothing will change. But I bet they will email us a lot and text and be like, "We are weeping tears of pain.
The Democrats recently killed babies in their eggs. Send us $5,000. Credits. Techno points. Whatever the fuck."
Ooh, I like techno points. You're going to get 5 techno points for that.
I've seen you play Dance Dance Revolution. I know how much you love your techno points.
Ryan, it's time to turn to the Dundees. Brought to you by cybersprout.net. You want a website? They give you website. Check them out. They're great. Cybersprout.net, your partner for a digital world.
Stop putting your web in guns to shoot at dinosaurs and start putting that web online.
That's their new tagline. We're going to let them know. Ryan, what is your yeet of the week?
I mean, it's got to be that tail grabbing that smart-ass Mustafa thinking that nothing's ever going to happen to him. Just like popping off. Being a backseat driver, by the way, he went directly to the backseat to start telling Dundee and Jack to go faster and that this plan isn't working. Bye. Gone. Whoop.
If you had just driven, you are allowed to backseat drive. These are the rules. There's a 10-minute grace period.
10 minutes. Okay. You have 10 minutes. So, and like, are you talking as fast and as loud as possible just to get the most of your 10 minutes?
You know how I road trip. The minute you take over, I'm telling you everything you've done wrong, but I'm doing it like an auctioneer.
That's why me and Cassie are in the front seat praying to fucking God for a whooping tail to come and get you out of our car.
Mine, eat of the week is, you'll be surprised to know, also involves the whip tail. It's when she whipping tails Jack's gun right out of his hand. She doesn't know technology, but she knows that gun shouldn't be there. Get the fuck out.
And I love that, like, and then it flies in the air, and she whiptails it a couple more times, and then it
slightly
knocks off his hat, and then takes the whipping tail and picks up the gun and shoots a hole through the hat, and then it lands. It was a really amazing scene.
She's the Robin Hood of whipping tails.
You would think that would be my dino moment, but I can't technically pick that if it didn't happen in the episode.
Happened in your brain. Ryan, 2,000 points for you.
Thank
1,000 points for me. Rough start, Mike. What is your dynamite?
I mean, I think it has to be a mother's love. A mother's hate for not giving a shit about her egg-boarded babies, but she does go and lick her child. And do you think that this is not a dinosaur thing to do because they're not mammalian?
Yeah, I'm going to call. I guess, do birds love other birds? Who could say? Birds are gross.
Oh, God, the worst.
Mine is the whiptail can be sneaky. That for the first half, even though it's as big as the T-Rexes we've seen, we just see its tail running around Scooby-Doo style around the city.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
800 points to you, 9,000 points to me. Wow.
Okay.
That's crazy.
What a turnaround.
The judges are showing me the scores.
This is going to be an ESPN 30 for 30 documentary just about the comeback that you were performing tonight. The
future, it's just like us. Ryan, what is your 2025 comparison?
I put don't shut down the economy just because a few old people will die. Kurad, what's his name?
Kurgo?
The Kurgo.
Yeah. The punching cowboy?
The guy with the cowboy hat that he turned into his entire personality. He disappears and everybody's like, oh, do you think that we're going to wear masks? Wait. Hold on. That was a slip of the tongue. Do you think that we're going to shut down the acid pits just because of Kurgo? Kurgo, fuck yourself, is what Sharnhorse says.
And everybody keeps saying Kurgo, fuck yourself like it's a joke. Yeah. Like it's a joke that makes sense as a joke.
They say it so much it would peel an Eldorado's paint off.
Yep. Yeah, mine is fuck the environment, develop, deny any evidence. So, you know what? 18,000 points to you. Fuck.
Oh, no. Our doc is going to get canceled.
800 to me? That's a huge difference. That's crazy.
Yeah. We had the same answer.
The judges.
Oh, you know what it was? I had a slip of the tongue that said wear masks.
Yeah.
Let me give you some tips to maybe earn some more points. That was not a slip of the tongue. That was on purpose, and I made it seem like an accident.
Yeah, the judges love fake slips of the tongue. And unlike our audience, who constantly emails and goes,
judges!
What are your politics? I know you guys love talking about cartoons, but I can't tell where you land on the current political spectrum. You woke bitches. Ryan, this one is honestly very hard for me. Your fashion moment.
We get it right at the very end for me, where the sanitation guys, the people who are going to be more careful with the acid, I would say start careful. Start careful, get
it's
even
acid.
More. Right. And not just like maybe kind of be careful after so much damage has been done. But there's a guy who takes a broom and starts cleaning out an acid barrel, and his helmet, the visor of his helmet looks like teeth, big smiling teeth. So if he were to smile, he does not in this episode, but we can imagine that if he did, 2 smiles?
Or when he's smiling, there's 2 eyes down there. Beetlejuice.
Oh, fuck.
He is terrifying. He is. Who was that hot demon from Sandman?
Oh, yeah.
The Corinthian.
Yes.
Ooh. All right, you're going to get a lot of points because I don't have any because I did not catch teeth eyes, and I was like, we've seen everybody, so whatever. So yeah, Ryan, another 9,255 points to you.
I got to say, not that it's over, still many awards to give, but for you to just not have one and I get a bunch of points, it kind of makes the victory seem a little hollow.
Well, we'll see. It all comes down to the Mike insult.
That was a terrible thing for me to say just before the final award.
Points as they stand currently.
Uh-huh.
I have 21,000 points, and Ryan has 37,255 points.
Okay. Here's my Mike insult. You ready? because we're not on Earth, or because we are on Earth, but the Earth has developed a second moon. I don't think we have ever totally figured this out.
Mm-hmm.
We see the two moons, and one is gigantic, and one is very tiny right next to it. And I saw the big, giant one and the tiniest moon that I've ever seen, and I said, what are you two? Mike's balls? Victory! Oh, your nutsack is so weird.
Yeah, one never became an adult.
It still wears a little propeller hat.
Well, yeah, it's charming. Mine is, and you guys know I'm coming to a room when I'm 30 feet away because, like the dinosaur, preceded by stink. And for that, I get 37,000 points. And oh my goodness, take the lead and take the Dundies down.
Based on the
Barn
descriptions
burner.
of what we learned tonight about how you smell and what your nuts look like, you deserve this victory, buddy.
They're mostly squirrel down there.
It's mostly vagina.
I forgot what we decided screwman. Ryan, that is the show. Let people know about a website they could go to.
Popfilter.co is the website that it's like, kind of like hosts all our shows, but also it just has the feel of who we are. If you go there and you see like the pictures we use, you're like, damn, pictures, things like that, things of that nature. You will say when you go to popfilter.co.
If you like this and you want some more of it, but maybe a balancing energy, somebody who calms Mike and Ryan down and makes us try to talk smart, you should
Cassie, if you will.
A Cassie with a booming laugh. You should check out Movie of the Year. Right now, our season is 1971. And tomorrow, if you're listening to this on the day this comes out, tomorrow, a killer episode comes out about an impossible to find movie because it's banned so many places, The Devils.
I don't think you need to watch it if you just listen to our episode.
No, yeah, we covered it pretty well.
We're so body and bannable on that show that I think you'll get the gist.
Yeah, we're both body and bannable. Ryan.
Yes.
How can people get in touch with us if they want to know which kind of body you meant?
There's a couple of ways. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. That's at PopFilterCo. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, also PopFilterCo. You can leave comments on our Instagrams, or you can leave comments on our YouTube videos. The comments on Instagram seem to be typically very supportive. Comments on YouTube, less so.
But our moderators love getting those, so keep laying it on us. There's never been a team meeting about how our moderators respond to the YouTube comments.
If you leave a negative comment on YouTube, you will get from our moderator a lifetime of anger about the internet directed right at your face.
Have you ever seen the 2004, no, probably earlier, music video by Stroke 9, Kick Some Ass, and it's Jane and Bob going around, and that's kind of what happens.
Isn't that also the plot of the movie it's from?
Is it? I don't remember that movie. It's not a good one.
That's fine.
Finally, Ryan, next week we will, is this true? Be taking a break from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?
Oh, Mike, I believe it is true.
2. And by next week, I mean in 2 weeks.
Yes.
To talk about the best albums of 2025.
And if you're like, what the fuck, why? There's so many reasons, and we will cover that on the episode.
Yeah.
Why don't you listen to that episode instead of asking those questions now? Will one of the best albums of the year be the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs arcade game? You don't know yet.
You don't know.
You don't know yet.
You got to listen, you chumps.
And please, everyone out there, stop being such chumps.
Enough said.
Tell them how they did good.